Hello everyone, this is Starman, and welcome to my Let's Play for the very first Discworld game. Now, for those of you who know me or don't know me, I've been a writer of criticism, comic book reviews, and other bits of entertainment for many years now, and this is my first time ever doing a Let's Play. And the reason for that is that over a week ago, a little over a week ago as I start recording this, Terry Pratchett, one of my favorite writers of all time, passed on to the next realm, shall we say. And I started thinking about the Discworld series, which is his most famous bit of writing. And I first got into the Discworld not by being, the sort of geek who hangs around the library reading every single sci-fi and fantasy book that there is, although I am that as well, but because of adventure gaming. I was a big fan of the Sierra and LucasArts adventure games, but I tried pretty much anything I could get my hands on, and that is how I stumbled across this game, which at the time was promoted with a big sticker on the front that said, with the voice of Monty Python's Eric Idle as Rincewind. And the name Rincewind didn't mean anything to me at the time, but Eric Idle, well, if you're a 14-year-old boy of a certain bin, you certainly know who Monty Python is, and probably know who Eric Idle is. He was the member who wrote a lot of Monty Python's most memorable songs, and still writes a lot of funny songs today. And later on, I would learn about what a amazing cast, voice cast that this game had. It had Eric Idle as Rincewind, the main character, of course, but also had Tony Robinson, who is probably best known to American audiences as Baldric from the Blackadder series. John Pertwee, the Third Doctor. He's been in many other things, of course, but he is, again, most famous to Americans for playing the Third Doctor, the James Bond one. And it also featured Kate Robbins and Rob Brydon, who have both been in quite a lot of amazing things that you probably haven't seen if you're an American, and a lot of stuff you have, probably, but you wouldn't recognize them. And there's too many lists, so I'm not going to bother. IMDb is our friend. So, with no further ado, apart from, because I will have the whole rest of his commentary to talk about how amazing this game and everything else is, and why this is so important, let us go ahead and start the opening movie, and then we can start wandering around a bit. Click here, and begin.
In a second-hand set of dimensions. In an astral plane that was never meant to fly. Somewhere in darkest Ankh-Morpork, a sinister plot is about to unfold. Dragon, good. 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 I'll see you again next week for my usual special.
Hey, what's where you going?
See you soon.
Get off! Leave me alone! Damnation if you don't clear out, so help me, Oh, just bugger off!
That's better. It's on nights like this I could just murder a good curry.
Ah! Hands up. Who's there? Hands. Would you mind putting your hands up? Why? What's happening? It's a simple courtesy. I say, put your hands up. And you, put your hands up. What did you say? It's traditional. A well-established ritual of your actual mugger and victim relationship. You being the victim, and me being the aforementioned mugger. Now please, put your hands up. Hold on to you, what's the names? I haven't got all night, you know. Just do it, alright? Okay. I don't know what this town is coming to. A man can't even have a quiet drink in peace. Now, that wasn't too hard, was it? Now, if you'll just... Oh, bugger.
Unseen University, the home of the greatest wizards on the Discworld, and one or two of the worst. Now, listen carefully. With all these rumors of a dragon... But, sir, dragons don't exist. At least, not unless people believe in them. Quite. Nevertheless, with all these rumors of a dragon on the rampage, the wizards of Unseen University must fulfill their civic responsibility. We must seek out this dragon and destroy it. Yes, but how? Who? Leave the how up to me. As for the who, well, I know of the ideal person. Why don't you go and fetch Rincewind for me?
It's funny that the game actually foreshadows what happened in the books, where Rincewind, at this time in the books, he was just the assistant librarian. He basically becomes the go-to person for every single dangerous job we don't want to handle at the university, which was sort of his position before, but he just officially was promoted to the Professor of Cruel and Unusual Geography, amongst other titles. There he is. The hero at rest. That's not going to last long.
Rincewind, wake up! The Arch-Chancellor wants to see you.
Aha, see? There was a reason that we had that fly the whole time. Apart from being a fly on the wall, of course. Anyway, this is our hero, Rincewind, the Wizard Inept. He has not quite progressed to being a level 1 wizard. In fact, it is the opinion of most of the teachers in Unseen University, he cannot be a level 0 wizard.
Oh, Who do you think you're poking? I'm a great wizard, I am. Turn you into a mindless, ugly toad. Gosh, it worked.
As you can see, if you're a fan of the books, Rincewind is as snarky as ever. And we can observe the many things here in our bedroom. Let's look at the bed.
I really must do some heavy research into this bed. 8 or 9 solid hours should be sufficient.
Diploma. Let's look at Rincewind's diploma.
Unseen University. Thaumaturgy 101. Failed. Well, it's not little trinkets and paperwork that really count in life. I've got a really pointy hat. That's a start.
What's that odd shape in the distance?
Yes. A mysterious shape. A sinister shape. A shape fraught with shapeness. It must be a plot element. Otherwise, there'd be a better label.
Ah, the luggage. And many of you probably just started cheering because... Fun little fact, for those of you who haven't read the books, Rincewind comes into possession of a set of magical luggage that will hold just about anything and follows him around on many little legs. It's particularly funny that Rincewind is the hero of this game because part of the inspiration for the luggage character was Terry Pratchett himself was an avid adventure gamer, and he marveled at how in adventure games you typically have the hero carrying all of this equipment in their pockets without showing any signs that they are in fact carrying a ladder, a piece of cheese, a live monkey, and all of the other things that you inevitably need to solve the puzzles in an adventure game. So it is rather funny that we have, this instance, the one time it actually makes sense. Of course, for us to use the luggage...
A snoring chest? That's novel. Well, I'll soon fix that.
Of course, for us to actually get the luggage, we're going to have to wake it up. But first things first, we also...
This sodding thing hasn't got a doorknob.
We also have to get the one thing every man needs right when he wakes up and gets ready to leave the house. Which, in this case, is in our wardrobe. Yeah, not very good at magic, Rincewind. But here we have our money pouch.
It's my money pouch, all right. Now, if I only had more of the fillings.
So we will click on it. And click on Rincewind to open his inventory. And we can actually look at items in our inventory.
It's not so much having the pouch as having the fillings.
Most of the descriptions in the inventory are not quite this repetitive, but there we now have money and enough space to hold one object, which does come into play in a couple of these puzzles. And we'll close our wardrobe because we are neat that way.
Aha! Portalis Exitus. Or the common doorway. See? I'm not a wizard for nothing, you know.
No, you're a wizard for less than nothing. But let us open the door, somewhat less showily than last time, and venture into the hallway. Ooh. Now, thankfully, we're not going to need to go up this big, long staircase ever again after we solve this first puzzle of getting the luggage to follow us. But we will be wandering through the hallways quite a bit here. Let's take a look at the statue.
Yes, well, art criticism was never a strong point of the University Trust.
I don't think there's many universities where art criticism is a major part of the course of study. Not even if you're an art critic. Is there actually a degree planned for art lyricism anywhere? Probably. And this statue?
Oh. Well, this one's not a statue. I think this one used to be a frog out in the garden. Ah, well, he never should have asked to be turned into a handsome plinth.
Puns are not nearly as much a part of the Pratchett oeuvre as you'd think, although he does occasionally indulge in them. So here we have a broom closet. What do we find in a broom closet? A broom, of course.
Looks like a witch transportation device. One of the older models, I presume.
And we shall take the broom and place that in our inventory. And oh, as long as we're here, why not?
Ah, ha ha, yes, now, don't rush me. Ow! Yes, thought so. They're shelves.
Now, we'll have to come back here once we actually have a way of lighting the room up. But that shall come later. Spoiler alert. Oh, here's the door of the library.
Well now, This door's all sticky. Why does it smell of fruit?
I'm not going to touch that. And up the steps we go. Tra la 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 la. What the? Ah, there we go. Alright, so click on me, use the broom on the luggage. No sound effects here, oddly enough.
Must you always do that?
Yes, he's like a happy little dog.
Bill, down! I'm sorry. He normally never does this.
And
Aha! My trusty luggage.
get quite a few descriptions. This.
Can ambulatory furniture actually catch fleas? Maybe it's woodworm. I really ought to give him a bath or something, I suppose. I wonder if varnishing would help.
And look at Rincewind himself once again.
If only I had another dimension, I'd teach you a thing or two.
Bring it.
I am not a cartoon. I'm just dimensionally impaired. Aha! Portalis exitus. Or the common doorway. See? I'm not a wizard for nothing, you know. Who do you think you're poking? I'm a great wizard, I am. Turn you into a mindless, ugly toad. Gosh, it worked.
And with that, I think we will stop the Let's Play for this. And next time, we will actually go forth and set about the difficult task of getting out of the university. See you next time.